we decided to make a change in our sailing plans and taking off out of here and headed directly to the Chesapeake.
Not overly impressed with the latest anchorages, we decided to go directly to Chesapeake Bay, 380 nautical miles. That will take us over 2 days. As we left Georgetown, we were pummeled by the storm, from 19 to 45 knots in less than a minute. That was a proper cold shower.
Holy shit! That was fucking nuts.
And if that's not eventful enough, at night we saw flares, a signal of distress. That meant we had to change our course and go help somebody in need. Luckily, we were informed that this is military exercise. But the night's still not over. So now we use our panels because we are in a big donut of a storm.
It's pretty massive out there.
This time the wind was up to 37 knots and the rain was pretty intense too. But this time we felt much more comfortable as all the panels were buckled up all the way to the back and we were dry and felt safer inside Aquarius cockpit, even in a pitch dark.
It really wasn't that bad this morning, but we did have some lightning around us, and we did have, it got up to about 35 knots of wind. Not like yesterday when we had full sails out and we got hit with 45 knots. Nothing like that. But there is a bit of a storm behind us. It looks like it's dissipating, and we're wondering what to do now. But I think we're going to continue to move forward and see what the winds are going to be like in about 2 hours.
We still have about 220 nautical miles to go. So this canvas, I'm very impressed, even if it's not buckled properly. We were in a rush and the mizzen extra halyard is in the way. But you can see how dry it stayed. It's pretty impressive. Big difference, big difference.
Huge difference. From what we had before to this, man, that's nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Bimini we had before. It wasn't near as good as this one.
Oh, you're talking about old Bimini.
Yeah, the old Bimini. And we completely went around the world with the old Bimini. And now this one's ready to go.
So, this is our winds. Our depth is 18 meters. That's shallow. We have all the sails, all 3 sails, Genoa, main, and mizzen. We have our lovely captain. How was your day?
It's been a tough couple days. This is tough. Sailing in the United States is a lot tougher than sailing any other place.
Yeah, and but this might be our last overnight because we're coming into Deltaville. So the latest update is we decided not to go to New York.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Well, we're thinking maybe we'll go up to
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. Well, we'll fly out of Washington, D.C., but we'll go to Annapolis.
Yeah. So anyways, we noticed that sailing coastal east coast of US, it's not as easy and not as enjoyable. Anchoring in the rivers where we cannot even make water, we cannot swim, the boat always turning into the current, not into the wind, so it's hot, you don't get wind breeze, and you can't swim.
Well, maybe it's going to be different now that we're in the Chesapeake. So we'd like to see the Chesapeake before we put the boat on the hard. So we're gonna go to the place where we're gonna haul out. Then we're going to take off for Annapolis for a couple days. I think that'll be nice. And then after that, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So a bit of a change of plans, but it's nothing major. And yeah.
Yeah. Bittersweet.
2 storms, bittersweet for sure.
Well, I think we got film of that one where it went from 18 knots to 45 knots in 15 seconds. That was crazy.
Yeah. And now we just rounded Cape Hatteras, and so we have to motor sail. We wanted a really quiet and calm day because it's not an easy passage.
Well, we've heard many people say that getting around Cape Hatteras, you want a really nice day. So now we don't have much wind, but we need to keep up our speed because we need to get to a place because of the tides. You always have to worry about the tides here to get in places with the keel as deep as our keel is. You know, you have to line it up with a high tide, so we're under a schedule to get up there and get into the anchorage.
It's very different sailing in US. So different.
Yeah, there's not as many anchorages. I tell you what, Bahamas was a blessing. It was like vacation.
And maybe that's why it's so difficult for us, because you know, Bahamas, we spend mainly all of our time in Exumas. You know, day hop anchorages and this beautiful blue water and so many cruisers making friends on every turn, and this is a bit different.
Definitely different.
I hope no more storms for this passage. At least the forecast doesn't show any.
The forecast is for a brilliant evening. Stars and, you know,
Clear skies.
Clear skies, but I think the wind's going to die off to almost nothing.
So it will be more motoring. We are looking for the flights home, and the regions have other plans, so it's definitely bittersweet, a bit of different. Everything is so much different now.
Yeah, kind of different.
Kind of, yeah. Same, but different. Luckily for us, we had beautiful evening for sailing. And reality sank in slowly and surely, realizing that this could be the last overnight for us sailing on Aquarius. And I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little emotional. So this is Hampton, not the Hamptons, and there are dolphins. Just cruising by.
coming into the Chesapeake. Be there in about 1 hour. Of course, we got our trusty Echo pilot running. Yeah. Oh. Turn that up a little bit. So all the other places that we came into in the United States were all small towns down in the South Carolina. But now, we got big buildings around us. Only a handful of times have we had buildings around us when we come into a port. 0.6 nautical miles to go, and we'll be in the Chesapeake. There we are. We are in the Chesapeake Bay.
For a night, we found a nice anchorage, quite unusual because this time it's next to the highway. Good morning. I still have to go back and we have to pull up the anchor because I left it to wash it off. But wanted to film this beautiful sunrise. As you can see, there was quite some mud on the anchor, so it took some while to wash it off. And today we have about 40 nautical miles to go to the marina that we chose to haul out Aquarius. We wanted to check it out. So what sails are you flying?
We got the mizzen ballooner up right this second. We're running the engine, going against the current, so that will change in about an hour. Then we'll probably be able to shut down the engine because we have to get to the place where we're gonna get into a marina
At a certain tide.
at a certain tide.
Look at colorful Aquarius. He's flying nice and low.
So we got the boat all prepared, ready. We're supposed to have an end tie and everything goes on the port. We got 2 fenders, one on each side, ready if anything happens. And we're coming up on high tide. And that's the only time we can get into Deltaville. So we're going into Deltaville and trying to get in the marina. And we've got about 25-30 minutes to high tide.
Already.
All right, let's do it.
We arrived at a beautiful place called Deltaville, where so many good facilities to haul out Aquarius. And after making sure that it's gonna be a nice place to leave her, we decided to take another nice anchorage. Maybe the last one. Hello, Captain. How are you doing?
Doing good. This could be the last anchorage for sailing Aquarius.
Under our ownership.
Yep, this could be it. I'm going forward.
Look at this today. How many boaties? It's crazy. It's like end of something and beginning of something many new and exciting. Goodbye, last anchorage. After our ownership, because we still might be on Aquarius, and this was phenomenal. All these little boats, new students learning how to sail. So many of them today, everywhere. Look at this. Look at this. It is like a summer school or something, but I couldn't even imagine that they have so many boats for the students to learn. How incredible. We really like this anchorage. We were so happy when we found it yesterday.
We are going to haul out tomorrow. So we're out of the water tomorrow and should be on the Heart for 2 weeks, and we'll be back in Vegas.
So no Annapolis.
No Annapolis. We're just gonna, we got a bit of work to do and we'd like to get the work done, and then bittersweet.
Very bittersweet. Bittersweet. Definitely. But you know, I can tell you, we had such an amazing life aboard Aquarius. We did so much. I mean, it's hard to match those feelings and those adventures.
So I can completely see why there's so many sailors in this area when you look at how many kids are learning to sail in this area. So if the Chesapeake has places like this with, you know, it seems like there's 50 to 100 kids learning how to sail right here, right now. You know, you have all these new sailors coming up. So I can see why there's so many sailors in the Chesapeake.
But other than that, we honestly didn't see that many sailors in the anchorages. We do see lots of boats, power boats and the sailboats in the marinas, but not that many sailing, although it is a season. The weather, I find it weird. So many thunderstorms with a lot of lightning. I would say almost every day. So that was a bit of concern. And just like that, this is it of us sailing Aquarius. We are going to haul her out tomorrow. Next on Sailing Aquarius.
Well, this is it.
So this is a day. If you like this video, give us a like down below and click here to subscribe. That really helps us. And if you want to watch more of us, click one of those.
They said they came from Spanish.